Hey, it's Alex Parker. So I'm going to show you guys a quick tutorial on how to use Canva. This is what I use to make almost all my social media graphics and also emails that I send out, flyers, and all of that. This is a great tool to have in your toolbox for your business. So this is my home screen essentially. From here is where I can make my pages. So this will look a little bit different than what you're currently using in the free app, because in the free app, you don't get to pick your colors for your backdrop. Okay, so I am going to make a Facebook or an email sign basically. So I like to use custom dimensions for a lot of my stuff. Unless I'm doing a Facebook post, then I'll just click this one, which as you can see, a lot of mine are Facebook post size. If you wanted a more custom or a pre-designed size, they also have all of these templates that you can use, and they're all designed for whatever you need. So just look through and see what they have. I'm going to use a custom dimension. This is in pixels, and it is a email sign. So it is 650 pixels by 180. Then click design. They're going to make that for me. So it comes up as a blank canvas. You can use these to separate and make sections. I don't typically use that a lot. I am going to use it for this one though, because in elements, I'm going to go to frames. I want a circle because I'm going to put my face on there. And I just think the circle works for my brand. So there's the circle. I'm going to go to my uploads. I'm going to find my picture. These are just uploads that I had saved to my computer. And you can just click upload your own images. It'll pull up your own images here. And then you click choose and it will add it to these here. So I'm going to do my picture, which let's see if it lets me this time. Oh, there we go. Okay. So once your picture's in here, you can't change pictures. If you decided you wanted to use a different picture, you'd actually need to delete this entire thing and go through the steps that I just showed you. I do want to adjust where it's cropping me at, so I double click on the image and it allows me to adjust where it's cropping, then hit enter and it will adjust it for me. So I'm going to put this in the corner over here. Now I want to add some text. I'm going to add my name. Okay, and then I like my name in cursive. I'm just going to add that right up here. And unlike Word, you want to keep your elements separate so that you can adjust and edit as need be. If you put them together, it groups them and you can't change them as easily. Then I'm going to go down here in subheading. I'm going to put in my email address. Okay, expand that out. I like to have my font aligned on the right when I'm doing this sort of thing because it makes it a little easier for me to line up. Now you see those purple lines in there? There's a purple dotted line that goes through the text and the picture. That is letting me know that this element is perfectly lined up from the top to bottom. Now if I wanted it lined up in the center of the page, I don't know if it's going to let me do that because of where all the graphics are. So right there would be center of the page, but you notice that the word is not actually centered. That's because my bar is too big. So if I wanted to make sure that this is centered, I would scoot this down and then grab it and move it until I find that center line, and there would be center line, okay? Not that I want this one per se centered, I want it more in line with the text at the top than I do with it being centered. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter and continue in this. I'm going to add my website. Okay. And now I'm going to make that a little bit smaller because I don't want to take up the entire thing. I want to add maybe a little tagline to the bottom. Now this separation right in between here is bigger than what I want. So I can go in here, click spacing, and I can adjust the line height. You can also adjust the letter spacing. Okay. You can get real crazy with that. All right, so that looks good there. Now I'm going to add another little bit of text here. And I'm going to say my tagline. Again, I want this, it defaults to center. I want this on the end. Now I'm going to leave this like this because I want to add some creative font in here. And so in order for me to adjust how I want, again, it makes it center. I'm going to move it to the right. I want to make it pink. And then I want to do some crazy signature fonty sort of something. So you can see they have all these different fonts on here that you can choose from. How does this look? We'll automatically adjust it. That's tiny, but let's make it bigger. See those lines? Okay, it's helping me line it up again. It's letting me know I'm smack dab in the center with that text. Okay. If you, on text, you want to click on those really light, on these dotted lines when it gives you the 4 arrows, and now you can adjust it. Okay, so that's that. You can do a text in here, and like I want the exclamation point to be black. I could go back in here. I need to add black to my color palette. And there, it added the black onto the love. Okay. So if I was going to be using this as a logo, I don't want all this white in here. So what I'm going to do when I download is click download, hit transparent background. It needs to be a PNG file for the background to be transparent. If you do a JPEG, the background will be white or whatever color you have it. Then I'll click download. It's going to download it. I'm using Safari right now as my web browser, so it's going to drop it up in my download box once it's finished loading. And then it's going to pop up. I'm going to click up here, Alex Parker PNG, that's totally fine. And then I'll add it to my file and hit enter, and now it's in there. Notice it's a gray background, it's transparent. I can put it on whatever I want. So when I'm making my web pages, there is a transparent background, all right? So that is a very basic 101. There are lots of things you can do with this program. Play around with it. Is my best advice. You really can't mess it up. There's tons of stuff you can do. They have all sorts of free things in this program. So make sure to utilize those free things before you decide to buy the subscription for them. I hope that helped. Good luck in your business. I hope you rock it and have a fantastic day.